Hi guys, this video is going to be on creating a phone case. Now, most of the steps have been outlined in the Instructable. The hardest part, however, is going to be the contents of this video. Before we begin, let me give you an overview of what this video is going to be. First, we're going to create a sphere, roughly around the same size as the globe you see. Second, we're going to merge these two objects together. And finally, we're going to subtract the space between the phone, this rough outline of a phone you see, with the globe that we will eventually make. Without further ado, let's move on to part 1. We're going to click on this sphere over here, and there you have it, we created a sphere. Now, obviously we're going to have to scale this sphere to be around the same size as the globe. Now, we're going to change perspectives here to top view. This will allow us to have a rough idea of how big these spheres have to be. Now, this sphere, it needs to be slightly smaller than the globe in order for it to be able to fit inside and get rid of all of these skeleton-like entities. We want to keep these global outlines, but we want to get rid of these skeleton-like things. Notice how there is a space differential between the global sketch and the skeleton. We want to keep the globe, but we want to get rid of the skeleton. That is the main purpose of part 1. So we're going to click on the move button, and we're going to move it to roughly around the same place as where the globe is. We're going to put it inside, but notice how this globe is not big enough. So we're going to scale it a little bit more. We're going to scale it until it sort of covers the same amount of space. Now, notice how in my tutorial this happened over here. Now, we don't want this to happen. So we're going to move it up. Just keep trying to move it around. The more you do it, the better you'll become. The only two tools that you really need to use are the scaling tool and the moving tool. With these two things, I'm sure you'll be able to accomplish the goal of this project. Now notice how after I did that, it's almost entirely inside. This is where part 1 is over and part 2 begins. Now we need to eyeball increasing the size of the inner sphere so that they will be able to cover parts of the global sketch. That is what we have to do. There, it's done. Notice how you can see all the sketches of the globe, but you can't see any of the skeletons. Now, it is very important that you can see these skeletons, or later on when you're trying to subtract some areas inside, it won't work. So now we're going to merge these two objects together. We're going to go click on the combine tool, we're going to go to merge, and we're going to click on both objects and press enter. Pressing enter will give you this warning, and this warning shouldn't be anything you should be worried about. You're gonna wait a little bit. It's okay if you wait like maybe 30 seconds. Excellent. Now, as you can see from this object, the outlines are very detailed. They're all there, and this is what you want. You want to inspect your object after you're done merging to make sure all the outlines are intact, because if they are not, then the print won't come out very well. And with that, we have just finished this part of the tutorial. Please move on to the next part of the Instructable to finish your phone case. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a good day.